In the last section, we learned how we can use prototypes in order to create objects programmatically that share the same properties or methods. In this section, we're going to learn about prototype extensibility. So we should already know that we can add properties and methods to objects using the dot operator. For instance, I can add a genus property to the lion object using that dot operator, and similarly, I can add a display method to the fox object. However, adding the genus property to the lion object does not automatically add that same property to the fox object, and similarly, adding a display method to the fox object does not add it to the lion object. So what happens when we log each of those properties and methods we added to the respective objects to our console? Well, let's go to the browser to find out. And we see that we get an error that says lion.display is not a function. That's because we didn't add that display method to the lion object. So we see how we can dynamically add properties and methods to individual objects. But there's a catch. The properties that we add to a given object do not translate to other objects even if they were created from the same prototype. So the big question becomes, is there a way to dynamically add properties and prototypes to all objects that were created from the same prototype? And the answer, as you might have guessed, is yes. We do it using the prototype property. Here, we say that the animal prototype gets a new property named genus, and by default, it's going to contain the value not specified. And it also adds that display method, which kind of stringifies our animal objects. So now when we log our objects to the console and call those properties and methods, what do we think is going to happen? And we see that both objects are updated with those respective properties and methods. That's pretty cool. We can use the prototype property in order to dynamically set new properties and methods for any object that was created from a particular prototype.